What's up, YouTube? This is Eddie Picasso, and there's another episode of the Eddie Chronicles. This is Wednesday, February the 13th, 2019. One day before Valentine's Day, that Cupid Day. So, man, it's a lot. Just like the last Christmas, just like the last holidays, the last birthday. My birthday, I can't say my birthday, but everything else, every other anniversary has been like. It's this life change, this life event of starting all over, because this has been a life event. I've restarted. I can say that I've started a new area of my life, a new phase of my life about 2 or 3 times now. This is probably the third time where I actually changed and I had to start all over again from the bottom and work my way up. And this is one of those things too. This whole transition into real estate. And so therefore the holidays are affected, the anniversaries, all of that stuff is affected, just because it's not the same level of income. It's like going from a steady paycheck to like straight off commission, and it's a challenge, right? And so tomorrow is going to be another one of those anniversaries or holidays. It's well understood, and I understand it completely that it's I'm not going to start at the top. I got to start from the bottom. I work my way up, and I've been through it before, so I know what it's all about. The daily grind, being able to build that brand and really move up, man. So yesterday I tried again to record my episode for my podcast. I wasn't feeling it, man. For some reason, the last couple of days I haven't had that fire, that motivation. I know yesterday I did my blog, and it was I conditioned myself, right, and I picked myself back up, but I noticed that still throughout the day it was like back down, and there was a lot of missed opportunities where I could have they could have been highlights of the day, and I could have realized on them and really market myself. And it wasn't until the end of the day that a lot of the stuff that I've been putting out, a lot of the content, a lot of the value that I've tried to give, it's taken some time to actually gain traction and get some benefit out of, reap the benefits off of it, right? You reap what you sow, and a lot of times there's lag time from the time that you actually reap what you sow. Like I've said it before, it's every decision every outcome that you have in your life, well, whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is, it's all set, and it's all cause and effect, right? It's one action after another action on top of another action that ultimately sets a course, a direction, leads to your destination. And it couldn't be farther from the truth. Yesterday I wasn't feeling it, and then towards the end of the day, everything just started stacking up. I started getting lead after lead from all the different sources, all that different net, that wide net that I had casted, or that I've cast over the last months, even years. I could say that it's gonna go on a couple of years now that I've been working on this. And so I started reaping the benefits last night as far as leads go, and it was just it was so gratifying, and it was a little bit of a celebration to realize and see the fruits of everything, all the hard work that I've been putting in, that a lot of people don't see, especially my wife. If there's no one, we kind of had a little bit of a discussion last night, because she wants the quick benefit, the quick reward, and it's like I was trying to explain to her, like, man, for me that way, like I've tried to do the hard sell, I've tried to like sell, and it hasn't worked for me, because I'm doing it from a benefit, or from a point of view of what's going to benefit me, and I've got to give in order to receive. And we had a little bit of a back and forth yesterday because of it, and so that's ultimately my goal, to give more than I receive. And I started seeing the benefits, and this morning I saw I was posting and just trying to add value, and I saw a post by a quote by Mother Teresa that said, what is it? I can't even remember, and I wish I could remember. Anyways, I just totally screwed that up just because I don't remember that. I can't believe I don't remember it. It happens quite often with me for some reason. Like I get so inspired, so motivated by some of these quotes, and then at the end of the day, I don't remember when I try to publish them. So I should probably start writing them down, and that way I can read them off to you guys. But anyway, so I just So that ultimately that fire was lit back up in me, and then this morning I woke up like, oh, wanting to get going, get moving, and I had to go change the oil in my vehicle this morning, and I was on fire this morning, man. I did a couple of live feeds. I felt like I was on top of my game this morning. So now so when I reactivated my license, I was looking for a way for me to pay it forward and contribute beyond myself, and I found that one of those ways was to join some of the committees for the Greater McAllen Association of Realtors. So I joined like 3 committees, and right off the bat I started stepping up, and I took the initiative to take on some tasks, and one of those was for the membership committee to research a safety app for real estate agents. Different agents or different members of the committee are researching different apps, and I connected with one that's local to Westlaco, just so I can stay close to home and be able to showcase what Westlaco has to offer, including small businesses. So that is definitely one of them. And so they've got an update for me as far as their presentation, all that good stuff. So I'm fixing to go meet up with them right now. I'm rushing over there. So this Eddie Chronicle is a little bit of an Eddie Chronicle and a little bit of the Chronicles of a Realtor, just because it's the daily grind, right? So I've got my schedule. My schedule's, I love it. I love being on the move. I love being on the grind. It gets me fired up. It gets me going. And it's like that commercial used to say, a body a body asleep tends to stay asleep, and a body in motion tends to stay in motion. And it's kind of like the way I am. I get going, I get hyped up. It's the fire. It's part of the hype, and I want to keep going. I want to keep moving, and that's kind of what it is about. So my schedule is getting light. It's already getting full, and I love it. Just because after this, I got to go to another meeting, and then I've got to go get together with a client. So I can list the property. By the way, thank goodness, I got my first listing that I'm going to start working on. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm supposed to start working on it this afternoon. So I got to go meet up with the liaison for that client, so I can start getting access to the property and getting all that stuff ready. So I'm super excited, as you can tell. Everything's pushing forward, everything's moving forward, and it's just like, I can't express how important it is to realize and be aware that not everything is going to work out the way as planned, and everything has a lag time. Just because you start doing things, so that Mother Teresa quote. So she talks about, and I can't remember the quote word by word, but it's something about setting that ripple in the water that eventually cause a change in someone else or in something. And that's exactly what it is, whether it's helping other people, setting that ripple in the water that's going to eventually help other people or benefit or actually get you to your desired dream. And that's what it's all about, that lag time, setting things in motion, making one decision after another that's ultimately going to set you in a direction to lead you towards your destination. That, my friends, is what it's all about. That's what's important. And that's what you need to have in mind, that you're not going to have the quick reward, the quick benefit. It's all going to be that get rich quick scheme. At least for me, it does not work. It hasn't worked, and that's why this is a long game for me, and that's what it's all about, and that's what I'm trying to push forward. And that's part of my message. I just realized that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So closely related to that message, just from the Bible, Proverbs 1:22, which says, when are you going to be happy? How is it? When are you going to be happy?
Eddie, it's time to work on new client gathering lead gen for 3 hours.
When are you going to be happy when is being the simple you going to be happy with how simple you are? I think that's what it is. Anyways, it's something like that. Even if it's not word for word, you get the message. Just be happy with how simple you are and who you are. Be true to yourself. And the great creator says that when you stop listening to all those voices that are not his, all those messages, perverse messages at that, and you start paying attention to him, then that wealth of knowledge, his message, is going to come straight to you, so you can later on show it to the world. So that's my message for today. That's my rant. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I love you guys. Peace.